touch with the players. So, welcome everybody. This is the third edition of Super Jackpot 2022 Aachen Festival. I hope I have viewers in the chat. My name is Tobias Hellwag, and on my side is a fantastic Michel Lamotte.
Can they start?
They can start. Is a fantastic Michel Lamotte, who is doing a marathon today. This will be his third match commentating. And Michel, I just said it's quite a marathon for you, the third match commentating. So
I'm more a bit in sidekick mode.
for me, you're not a sidekick. I mean, we both are sidekicks. The main show comes from Bogidar Iliev and Nick Sandqvist, who are dueling here in the third round. This is like the semi-final. Is it the semi-final or quarter-final?
Quarter. The winner of this match is in the prize in the semi, I think, then.
Yes, okay.
So I can also say for maybe the viewers at home that Geert van der Strecht won his second match now against Akiko.
Oh!
So he beat two Japanese world champions in a row and now plays Dagfinn.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah.
Good for Geert. Okay.
If there are watchers in the stream, please say hello, let us know. It's always nicer to see you than to talk to a blank wall. Nick Sandqvist lives since 40 years in England. He's original Swedish. He had quite some success at Merit Open last year, one of the biggest tournaments in the world. He came, I think he ended like fourth or fifth. He beat me in the undefeated. Slatina is here. Hello, nice to see you. Slatina is the wife of Bogidar, and both of them doing the social media coverage of this tournament. Thank you very much for all your great reports. Bogidar is one of the best players from Bulgaria. Big fan of the game.
Yes.
And last year he won one of the biggest tours in the world, the Balkan Tour. The Balkan Tour is a tour of around 10 different tournaments. And he won this rating, and this is he is proud of, and he's proud with all the rights. That's really an achievement.
It's the first time I'm able to watch these two players. So I'm excited. They seem to be playing at quite a pace.
Nick was thinking about the double, and it was right to take a break. He was about to have the best three-point board there is, and the checker on the bar from the opponent and two men back, and just rolled one of his worst numbers.
Yeah. Forced to make the phantom hit. I think it's called if you slot a point in board, which you would do if there were a
What a nice term.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for learning. It's for me that's new. Yeah, I like it.
I got it from a recent book. I forgot which one.
Okay. If it comes back to your mind, please let me know. Yeah. So obviously I haven't read that book. 2-1. We really have a great position here again. Very complex, very blottish. Threes are duplicated. They are multicated. 3-1. Yeah, what a monster of a roll. Yeah. Bojo needs something really good.
No, this may be too good.
And now Nick is thinking how good his position is. It's pretty clear that Bojo has not enough for a take. Maybe it could have been a technical play on. Bojo takes his time. Sometimes in the wild hitting exchange at the beginning, you do things automated and lose sometimes awareness about the value of the position. So then if you're confronted with a cube, it takes you more time to really figure out what's going on.
Yes.
If he had the second anchor already, it would be a good consideration. If he would own the bar point, it would be a good consideration. If he had the 5 point, he had some counterplay, but here it could have been actually a psychological trick. Bogidar likes to do these things. He thinks of many aspects of the game, and sometimes maybe he doesn't want to give his opponent a hint with a quick pass that he missed a play on. Maybe that was a technical thinking to not make him aware about the value he was giving out of hand by doubling quick.
If he had snap dropped, the other guy could have got
the feeling that, wait a second, did I do something wrong? Was this so clear?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he's very capable of doing these things. So now Nick is thinking again.
Which is good.
Thinking is always good.
He has made 2 extra points, split his back checkers.
Right, and also since he has the odd score and even away score, so he prefers to win even points.
Yes.
3-6 was pretty good.
Okay, that brings Bojo
back into business. Yeah, right. Certainly Nick has the upper hand.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's a strong roll, but also it gives the opportunity to Bojo to anchor, to get the second anchor. And for luck of a better 6, he wants to advance his position. He has not the timing for a 1-3. Now there's a quick cube and a quick take. So maybe this is reverse psychology. He didn't want to give him the thing like this was any strong. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Is Nick now considering to the double hit? I don't think so. Of course, you don't want your opponent to establish a second anchor, but using your last spare on the 6 is probably not wise.
3-6 is a very strong roll. I mean, the 5 point would have been stronger, but any kind of priming formation is, of course, what he wants in this position. Double 2 makes a 5 point.
Really?
Yes, it's Nick's roll. It's Nick's roll. No, you're not.
Are you not worried about giving up the bar?
Look, he would lure him from his anchor. The anchor is the biggest asset probably of his defensive position.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you give him like good 6s and 5s.
But how are they good with the blot on the home board? Not really 5s actually, only 6s. It transposes point.
You would do like this. You wouldn't give up the bar point.
Not the bar point.
I see it. Okay.
All the way.
Sure.
This is the need of the situation. This is what the position is craving for. This goes for the same concept, but very often, why bring builders for a point when you can make the point right away?
Yeah, well played.
Yeah.
Ooh. It looks spectacular, but he is still off the edge of 5 prime with 2 checkers.
Yeah, 2 men indirectly primed, so this is a big positional disadvantage. Hey, Mihai, nice to see you again. I thank you for the compliment.
Tricky play for Bojo.
Since he's facing a priming formation, the best medicine against a prime is a counter prime. Need to seriously think to just switch the midpoint to the bar. 2-point checker is not very well placed. 5-3, that's what the doctor prescribed. You can jump out, freer checker, gives you more flexibility. 6-3. The best he can get of his position is to hit and to make a point. Now you need to be a little bit alert. The blitz could be on. You have a lot of checkers in the zone. Irene, nice to see you. Double 4.
Ooh. Can you afford to give up the bar point to make the 3, or is that
I
not
think
done?
actually you gain in the position here. I think it's more like a blitz position than a prime position.
So this would argue against, or this would argue for making the.
Yes, it would argue for. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Blitz has 2 major characteristics: hitting and infield points. Ian, how nice is this? We have a visitor from Texas here. International chat.
5-4. Yes.
Bringing his prime to the inner board.
Ooh.
1-6. He has no timing for the 1-2 anyhow. And you don't get it by get another checker back. Your timing will still be bad, if hit or not. I would seriously consider to hit in the outfield. But no easy decision at all. No easy decision at all. We saw a very well considered and slow played match at the beginning of this day, and this is quite faster here. This is an amazing speed.
Yeah. Completely different dynamic.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens here. It's not necessary. This is actually a great way of advancing your position. This is a great way of moving. Do the 5. Well, of course, there could be also the hit and then doing the 5, but I think you would slot. So it is really a consideration if you hit the checker or not. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's best to end it up here or just to bring both down.
Well, my thinking
would be a hit, yeah. Would be
a hit would increase the gammons a bit, but
right. But it could really... it could help the timing a lot.
Now here he has the option of jumping out and making the 16 point. I once heard that it's better to have an ace point anchor game than a busted back game.
It's a close call. It could be just enough. It could be just enough. It's not an easy decision. I would take more time on that.
Okay.
4-1, nice distribution.
Natural ace.
Yes, no bad numbers for white next roll. transposing, yes,
okay.
killing. It's not actually killing 5s because he still has 5s on the opponent's 2.
That's good. Better than busting your board.
Absolutely, absolutely, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
So this sequence goes clearly to white. Big gammon increase on that sequence. Leaving no shot, it's a forced move.
Yeah. That's a good 4.
Interesting decision would be like with 4-5, 4-6, do you leave the ace anchor to give get a potential double hit with opponents 5-4 and 6-4? And I think actually it would have been right.
Okay.
Only a 2?
No.
Wait a second.
Was he toying with his opponent here?
No, that's not his character.
No.
No.
Here it was also have been interesting to see what he would have done with the 3. Okay, 5s, wow. Gammon danger and backgammon danger.
Absolutely right, yeah. Hardly ever people think about backgammon, and very often they are right. There is not much to think about it, but
here.
And everything can be right here. It could be right to make a point. It could be right to bear a checker off with hit, or it could be right to bear a checker off without hit. My prediction is it could be, I think it's right to bear a checker off without hitting.
Wow.
I think you give your opponent more bad sequences, and you improve next roll if you proceed like that. You get more BGs out if you just take the checker off from the 3.
Okay.
But since he played all the other moves quite fast, he saved himself a lot of time for this interesting decision.
Well,
I agree with him,
advice. Yes.
These should be the most backgammons.
He needs to jump out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Still saving chances. Pretty slim, but you never know. Beginners might to give up.
He got himself a double 5. If he gets on roll, he doesn't get on roll. So that was a very good move from Bogidar. Good technical move.
Yes, played it quickly too.
And why did he play quickly? Because he knew the theme, he knew what to look for, and then it's always easier to find. Good positional understanding.
But massive advantage already for Nick.
Yeah. 6 away, 11 away.
Bogidar unperturbed.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a dance of Nick, and we see immediate cube action.
Yes.
Money game reference, this is a no double, but of course at that score, it is a very good double.
One of his worst numbers.
Yes, does nothing accomplish, but he played it very well.
Okay, that's a relief for Nick.
So it's 4 8s and the 9. This is like 9 hitting numbers. 6-1. Don't leave your anchor. It's your only asset.
Yeah.
Very fine decisions here from both sides.
Yes, they're playing in true Grandmaster style. That doesn't look like a good one.
Five, 3. This is a good number for sure. I don't think it makes a 5 point. Yeah, just cover the outfield.
Yeah.
It's a very valuable point. Good building structure, easy to advance this game. 6-4, another good roll, this time for Bogidar.
Yes.
Double
Ooh.
one.
Wow, that's a monster.
I'm pretty sure that was his best. Hitting and making the best desired point.
Oh. Wow. For money, this might this be a cube for money? Or is it too low?
I do think so, because a 5 prime is winning the position at that point. But here is a recube with a solid lead and some possible gammons.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
This was maybe something like too good to double take or something, or what do they call it?
And not quite yet. In the tendency, it's going towards this direction in a way, but yeah.
Wow. Gee. So Bojo's take point for a recube is certainly something like 16, 17%, but does he have that? I would have no idea how to assess the strength of this position.
So his ways of winning is basically, if he doesn't get hit roll a 6, then he has quite some timing again. If he does get hit, to hit back, because he still has a better board. So I'm pretty sure he would have a take if he gets a 4 cube. But pretty sure doesn't mean a lot. It's a complicated game. It's a complicated position. This is just my access to this position. I have no claims here to be right. Hey, Matt!
Oh, wow.
The chat gets really prominent now.
Oh, wow.
Welcome back.
Plenty of celebrities in the chat.
Five one. So possible options are here double hitting. Actually, I like this from all the ideas best, because there's not much risk. If he gets hit on the 2, the opponent is still stuck. He has enough ammunition to blitz. So I don't see real alternatives, to be honest. There could be like playing to 6 and playing to 7, but that's quite passive and gives the opponent good 6s.
Yeah, this is a bit passive, I would say.
Yes.
Also, an ace looks good. Aye, but not with a 3. Okay, but still.
Yeah.
Better than average, I would say.
Not sure. Not sure. I mean, it seriously harmed his position to give up the 6. Way more disconnected.
Matt Cohn-Geyer agreed with the double hit. So that's interesting to know. Even at the MP. So not just to increase your gammons, but it
just wins more games.
Generates the most winning chances.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just a superior move, no matter what the score is.
Okay. Now, once again, this is not easy to assess. I think you are still like too good, because a 4 is big, and if you fail to roll a 4, he would have to roll like 2 consecutive 6s pretty quickly without being hit.
Michelle, have a look in the chat. Not even Matt has a clue about it, you know, that's really complicated.
I can relax.
Score hot position,
Yes.
yeah, right. Good humor. Yesterday night, many of you can all rewatch if you want. All these chats and videos are on store. We talked about cube hot position. This is a score hot position. Great. I love this term. Thanks. Oh, stop the clock. Always stop the clock when the dice leaves the table. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, he really won in the sequence. First, he won by not getting cubed, and then he won by remaking an inner board point.
Okay.
2 big wins. And this means less field coverage. Red still being up. I have a, well, like he's bringing also builders, so this is not clear, but of course it strengthens black position again. Bogidar is more in the game than he was 2 rolls before.
Does this now look like an easy take to you?
Well, just imagine what could happen, you know. First of all, you have to do something. So black could, of course, roll boxes, which is just the best. Here, black could roll, hit a fly shot maybe in the outfield, if you advance the last one. Or just go out with a 6 and get hit loose, and then advance because of the stronger board. Yeah. Wow. So these are the winning ways of black.
That's a nice checker play.
Keeping the builders most active with good board coverage. This is the craving of the position. He heard it.
Well, of course, if Nick recubes, he diminishes the value of his gammon wins.
Well, the gammons are not so relevant. I mean, they are relevant, but there are not many gammons anymore.
Yeah. No, but if black were to be squeezed off his anchor, the gammons would be activated, but they don't have much value, I think, because a single win would bring him to 11 away, 2 away.
I just think there are not many gammons in this position.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, maybe 15% or so?
I would say even less. Yeah.
Okay.
I would be surprised if it's more than 12, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have been tempted here to stay back and make the deuce.
Many small technical aspects.
Maybe
and
15% MCG says.
Okay.
Okay. After he gets squeezed, yeah. Wow. Wow.
The Dice Man is back. Another good morning again.
Good morning.
We said this 4 hours ago already, so maybe you had a second sleep. I hope you watched the last game also. And here we are. The long expected 4 cube. We were talking about it all the time. Now it's here.
Oh. I think I would be tempted to take this. I'm sure you have you need probably 17% to take, I would say. And you are up in the race.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has 17% in this position, if this is the accurate take point.
Clear take at the score, MCG says. I agree.
The Diceman is out from Texas, just like Ian.
Maybe we want to tell those early birds from Texas that we had an exciting match earlier when Geert van der Strecht played Mochi.
I think he was watching us then already.
Okay. Small, no read up. Okay.
He's one of the regulars in the chat. Bogidar has more than 18 minutes on the clock. It's good that he takes the time. Yeah.
Oh,
well, good take. Nice.
Take. Yes.
Nice. Bravo.
You don't clear from the back. Would be my intuitive reaction. See, now if he can jump out, Nick would need 5s. 3-2. I would not clear from the back. I'm not sure.
Maybe he rolls 5s again.
Wow.
Maybe he rolls 5s again.
Really?
Yeah, look at this. Wow. Oh my God. He did it.
Wow.
That's amazing. Sorry.
Small swing. It's a small swing, MCG says.
Yeah.
Okay, but now the cube, there it is. Whoa.
Yeah. Flying back.
Spectacular sequence.
Wow.
What? No.
This is really amazing.
This is reckless. But we may be correct.
I can't think so. I mean,
Wow, so this is for the
Wow, this is, I'm not, in money game, it's not a take, I think, you know. Why would you take it at the leading score?
Right. His take point is definitely over 30%, if not 40.
Yeah, very, very ambitious take.
Yes, and without thinking. But,
Ooh, this was, it took really our breath. It's not over at all.
His favorite.
It's not over at all, but it really took my breath, you know.
So what is that? 10?
I think he's thinking about an ace.
Ah, yes.
Because the ace is not taking off, and in my book, this is a right ace. For one, pretty poor roll.
For one. Well,
also a poor roll.
Roger definitely deserves credit for taking the 4 cube.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe Nick might slap himself afterwards for taking this recube so quickly. I mean, he didn't even count.
Wow.
He just played it by ear or just based on the visuals.
Maybe he was affected by the moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That also happens, and it could happen actually to everybody.
Sure, sure, but
backgammon affects your emotions. This is why we love this game so much. If it would leave us cold, who would play it? Oh, now it's all about the...
Wow.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Gee. Wow. The match has been going on for like 20 minutes and it's already 8-5.
Yeah.
What a big game that was. Very interesting to see what the correct cube actions were in this one.
It felt like, you know, like a local train turned into a bullet train suddenly. You know, we saw all these 1 point, 2 points, considerations, and suddenly we have a cube out of nothing. You know?
These guys are shooting from the hip.
Yeah. Always danger here.
Okay, 6 away, 3 away. Far from over.
So about payout structure, I can give you information about this. 32 people, 500 entry, and the rake was 5%. So you do your math, and usually the distribution is 12.5 for the semi, 25 for the final, and 50 for the winner. So there is should be around 8,000 for the winner of this super jackpot. A little bit less.
Yeah, splitting takes priority over making an inner board point. Bojo chooses the bar point over the 10 point.
Yeah, bar point has contact with all 3 checkers, so I think this is a very good choice here. Hitting and pointing. Most often the right candidate, always a candidate, hardly ever really wrong.
Was making the golden point and having a checker back on the 24 also looks like a healthy structure.
One thing, maybe he still has a thinking. He won the first 3 games and was a solid favorite. So inclining being more conservative, but now suddenly he became underdog in the score, and more turnarounds if you make inner board points and hit your opponent here. This is the third round.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
Most constructive thing here.
Bit doubtful.
Well, I didn't see the alternative, but I'm inclined to look for one, you know. It's like I have a urge to look for alternative just because the sixth guy on the 6 point, maybe it's the only play, but I just wanted to check that longer.
Right. Well,
time is there, you know.
Sure, he could have come in low and hit off the 8 point with the 5.
Yeah, I didn't really see the alternative, but I was willing to look for one. Yeah,
Sure.
I was.
Sure.
Don't trust my eyes if I have to do that.
Okay. So now Bojo needs to be a bit more careful with the cube. Makes a point in board
Mm-hmm.
and stacks the heavy 6. 5s. Wow. Can you make a 4 point? Can you make 2 points in board, or do you stretch your position too much?
Well, the 3 point is the common part of the play.
Yeah. Bar point doesn't have much value with the ace point.
So he couldn't have made 2 points. He was on the bar, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he just.
I know he
After-
entered with the 5.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
So,
yes, I gotcha.
But in all variations, he had to make the 3 point and looked right to step out.
Bojo briefly considered his options.
Yeah, but he also realized now he has a lead.
And his 3-way.
And this is, again, there's like two good variations or considerations. Coming in is strong, of course. Leaving another blot on the 8. It's 3 away, 6 away. Interesting score.
Wow, he does give it. Looks like an...
It's certainly a very, very strong position. Yeah. It's not a take at most scores.
No.
Once again, I want to quote MCG. Score hot position. Yeah. So what actually allows a scorer to do us here? Let's see what Nix figures out in this score hot position. Yeah.
Very confident take. Does take. I commend him.
Yeah, we've seen him on the taking side with the 8 cube already.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I found, he took that so quickly. I would have at least done used some formula.
I have the feeling like he got a little bit emotional by the sequence and
yeah.
that is a very nice turn of Nick, refreshing the opponent's clock.
Oh, that's a great one.
Very good roll. Not as good as a hit, of course, but other than that, very good. 5-2, there's not much room left for decisions. Okay, he has an idea. Maybe if black has to leave, but what sequence is he looking in? I mean, black does not need to leave the anchor with only one guy. There's no role really for this. Yeah. And you certainly want to be back with 3 men.
Maybe he's thinking if I get a third man hit and I keep dancing, I improve my timing for an ace point anchor game.
I hope he's not thinking this, and I doubt he is.
Okay.
I just think he thinks, of course, a spear on the 4 wants to go to the 2. That is clear. We all see that, the only destination, the desired destination for the spear on the 4 is a 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But just the rest of the position is different. Yeah.
Okay.
The dominant part is you don't want the third checker back.
Aha.
And he figured out that there's no advantage, there's no situation where he takes an advantage out of it. So that's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 2-1, blocking double 6.
Mm-hmm.
Very good outfield coverage.
Now, do you need to save a 6 here?
I don't think so.
No.
You need to preserve your board, at least for one sequence. Best number here is double 6, of course. Everything what would keep 4 points is also good.
I have a feeling that Nick is playing in a kind of happy-go-lucky way.
Well, especially at the beginning, we see like great considerations and but the whole dynamics changed after his 4 cube and then opening the 5 prime a little bit early.
I think so too.
This is after, with his 4 cube, the whole dynamics and everything changed over the board. It's I don't see here a pattern for the whole game. I see a recent development. And it might have just stressed him. Yeah, maybe he evaluated the position differently, or his opponent's action. So he thought he was maybe sure to collect 2 points.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just shocked to see that and didn't then not know what to do.
Right.
But this is all just guessing.
Yes.
Needs to go.
Yep.
He's forced. This is the least wastage. Good move. 4-2. Gammon chances increased, but very, very small still. Or 1, double 5 is still good. 4-5 is also good. 5-3 isn't good, and 4-3 isn't good. So I think it's like 32 good numbers.
I would never see that so quickly.
Just look into the gaps and see what's hitting the gaps, and then you can figure it out. I think he played that very well, technically.
Okay.
Can see a lot of experience in his moves.
Yes, sure.
Now it's Crawford 6 away. If I was Nick, I was about to take a break here. Yeah. Just to slow down the whole thing. I think he rushed into a few decisions now, and
well, he's playing in a carefree mode, I feel. Not careless, but carefree. I don't think he will consider it high drama if he loses. I'm not sure. He seems to be very relaxed.
He makes a very relaxed appearance. I agree here. That's yeah. He has a relaxed personality. Yeah. I never heard him shouting, and I've seen disputes. He handled that very silent.
Yeah. Okay. That's commendable.
5-6, very strong roll.
Yeah. Confident slot.
This is one of the times where it matters for the trailer to win a gammon in the Crawford game.
Mhm.
He wants to keep his odd score to be even away. Winning a gammon, he could finish the whole match in the next game by an early cube on another gammon. Okay, now he becomes considerate again.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 5 with a hit is supposedly the right play.
Mm-hmm. Tempting to make the 18-point anchor, but
I like that he takes the pace out a little bit.
He plays it boldly.
Mm-hmm.
Gets rewarded. Kept the bar point slotted instead of lifting the blot. Tempo play.
Tempo play by Bogidar, yeah.
With a good 6 from the bar. Productive.
Maybe go for the 4-point. Many possible moves. Could have been a little bit fast. So many options with a double. And he has like 18 minutes on the clock. Hardly used any clock time.
Amazing. What a sharp contrast with the first match we saw today.
Very sharp contrast, right? At the first game of the day, it's also recorded here. You just go back in the stream. The players had in the last game at one point 10 and 16 seconds on the clock.
And that was Mochi and Geert van der Slecht.
Yeah.
Very exciting. We all had sweating palms.
Yeah, especially you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and there's the confident switch. Oops.
Bogidar is not playing for the gammon, but he needs time to free his checkers. This is the idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It was too fast for me, the whole thing, to consider, but I understand the idea. I have one. High is good. It does a little bit. For 2, this is not what he wanted.
No.
Staying back with 5 men. Nick only needs to come in. No, Nick only needs to come in. This is all he needs to really take over the control. 5-4 leaves a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But of course it's a 5, so it is a good roll.
Oh, that's a cruel dance. Fortunately for Nick,
Yeah.
Bojo's deuces are duplicated. Oh. This is awkward.
A little bit interesting. He could also
Sure.
give up the 6 point
Yes, yes.
to hit and make the 2s.
Yes, and buy himself more time. Wow,
Yeah.
he finds it.
It doesn't mean it's right,
That's
but
true.
yeah.
But I think so. I think the 4, he could have
Yeah.
played 16-11. Okay. Ooh.
So now that's no, it's not forced.
5.
I would definitely go out. Yeah,
Ah,
that would
yes.
have been my play.
Mm-hmm.
6-2, really good roll for Nick.
Yes.
Can establish another point. Tighten his net to get the checkers back once they... Very strong roll. The 6 was really, really strong. Linking
Yes.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Having a spare where he wants it. Leaving no blots. Now he has a lot to play. There's no need to leave the anchor. He killed a lot of gammons in this sequence. 4-5, that's forced.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 1, 2,
Double 2. The first 3 are easy.
Huh.
And the last one probably goes to the 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe he thinks about blocking 6s in the outfield, but that's not the right idea in this position.
No.
Because 6s aren't blocked really.
Mm-hmm.
You just make yourself a little bit of trouble by clearing that point.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you less field coverage. The need of this position is the infield point. Okay, he has a different call on that position.
Mm-hmm.
Still leaves him as a favorite. 6-4 is forced move actually. Now that's a hit into the 7.
Mm-hmm.
5 prime is bigger than a 4 prime.
Yes.
I absolutely agree. This is a fact nobody can doubt. Even though there was a book which said something, a 5 prime is less than you think and a 4 prime might be more than you think. Mm-hmm. But the fact is a 5 prime is way bigger than a 4 prime. Yeah.
Nick found the right play.
2-6, 6 is blocked.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but chances here for Nick.
2-6 is better than 2-5 actually.
Pointing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping him on the air.
Yeah. Hit again.
I don't see alternatives here.
Mm-hmm.
A phantom tiger. Let me absorb that. Hi, Hans Marius. Nice you're back. Or still here.
Yeah, the phantom tiger means you hit and you slot a point in your board, as if you had put 2 checkers on the bar.
Didn't you just call that with another name?
A phantom hit.
A phantom. Was it a phantom hit or was it a phantom something else? I think you said.
Oh, I think I said. Oh, no, the phantom hit. It means like if you hit a checker in your board and then you slot your 5 point, as if you would have hit with the ace on your 5 point, but you didn't hit. That's called phantom hit. And the phantom tiger is probably voluntarily putting a second checker open in your board and creating like a double tiger play without hitting twice.
Oh, okay. So now Nick really plays for the gammon again.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I missed that sequence, a couple of sequences. So now 2 black checkers on the bar suddenly. 2-5. Bring 1 to the
10 and 1 to the 5 maybe.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes.
Yes, I don't see a danger right away, and this is the best to make points.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It looks very blottish, but nevertheless, nobody can hit you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with blots if they can't be hit? And it's not only blots, they are builders. If they were just blots, maybe, you know, you could argue against it. Wow. But they are builders. You need them. You have a goal. There's something to aim for.
Okay. 4 builders for the 4 points. Yeah. 3 for the ace.
1-1. You're right, Gunnar. Thank you. I missed it. The good news, there's of course obviously bad news with the 1-1, but the good news is still 2 men trapped. But certainly there was something to think. Thank you. Yeah, good contribution to the chat. So 4-4 would have hit anyway with any of the good choices. So this way maybe the builder is more active, or must have a thought about it.
You need to hit, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your goal is to win a gammon.
Yes.
You want to close out?
Yeah, a bit mystifying to see a player of that caliber. Think about this. Especially with black having a compromised board.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. Now if he rolls a 4, he's in the game. That was not a good decision, I fear.
Well, not really in the game, maybe, but he saves a lot of gammons by that way. Yeah. While on the other way, he would be still up with a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not punished.
So in this particular longer sequence, it worked out the same. 1 to the 5, 1 to the 6.
Oh, 1 from there to the 5? Yeah,
Yeah,
1 to the 5,
yeah.
1 to the 6, like you said.
The best available distribution and bulletproof for the next sequence.
Can you afford to slot the ace, or is that not necessary?
He is in the chat giving us information about Nick.
Ah, there he is. Nick is a very good bridge player. Wow. Okay.
He could also came in with a 1 and taking off the 5. Could be also a situation actually where you just would have slotted the ace previously.
Yes, I thought that. When he still had the 6 prime,
Yeah.
he had the option there, definitely.
So now you can make the ace point. Why wouldn't you do it? The ace point is the biggest problem. There is a spare on the 3, so this is fairly safe. Leaving 9 bad numbers, but they're only bad if you got hit. Oh, nice to know, Guy. Yeah. So his mental strength we witnessed, we called it relaxed, comes from a lot of practice in another sport, bridge. So now everybody knows a little bit more about Nick.
Yeah, thanks for the input, Guy. Guy is, of course, the president of the Belgian Bridge Federation.
Ah, okay.
And Backgammon Federation.
Okay.
Yep. He's been the president of our Backgammon Federation for years.
So he's not a friend from England of Nick. No. He's just...
He was here the past 4 days playing and socializing last night at a gala dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, he played in quite some bridge Olympiads. He is one of Belgium's best bridge players and a professional bridge teacher.
So we might have met yesterday, Guy. I just didn't know your name.
Ah,
yeah.
He will come back tomorrow.
Okay, please introduce me.
Will do. Okay, so the 2 points are there for Nick. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, he needed an 8 plus double 6.
Yeah.
Double 5 were not good enough. So that's very interesting. This is far away past Crawford.
Ooh, free drop situation for the leader.
As you say, yeah.
They want to get on with it. No fooling around.
No.
Now, typically here, you don't slot, right? Because if...
You lose your market when it goes well, and yeah.
If he hits you, yeah. See now?
You have the worst of it, and on the other hand... and
now you have to take.
Yeah, that's a take, of course.
Yeah, okay.
He's a favorite.
That hits back on the 5. So exchange of hits in the early game.
All the 3s hits, except 3-6.
4.
That's a hell of a roll. Here? For sure it hits at least once.
It steps up.
Well,
difficult.
the common part is like making the anchor on the 21, that's like forced, then hitting on the 5, and then think about the last one. I would say down. Since, I mean, you have 4 men back, I wouldn't hit the second time. I would. So 39, 13, 5 would be my idea to finish this move after entering on the 21.
You want to maintain purity.
Yes, I think it suits the position best.
Ah, there is MCG with suggestions. He does go for the double hit. Doesn't work well with the 2 anchors in the back, but we'll see where this game leads us. Maybe he's happy to recirculate this checker.
Interesting insight for Matt. He says even at the game and go score, he would go for the higher anchor
and the 9 point
instead for an attack.
Okay. Wow.
No, not the 9 point, the 9 slot.
Ah, yes.
It's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I would take it into consideration, but I'm not sure if I would play it.
So here the phantom hit would be if you hit.
Yeah.
You hit with the 4 and you slot the 5, as if there were another white checker on the 5.
Ah, okay.
So if there were another white checker on the 5 and you hit it, you would have the same resulting position. That's why they call it phantom hit.
Interesting. At least you have doubts, Matt. Yeah, at least you have doubts.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and that couldn't happen if he would have chosen Matt's play. Now it's not a beauty anymore. I would really want to have an inner board point. This is my idea, and I would play 8 to 4 twice, and maybe 3 times, just to have a one roll where I can breathe and maybe walk out.
But certainly not hit twice. All the way to the ace. Certainly not, I would say.
It's I just feel like this. The positional picture is. It looks like I don't see aspects. Why not hit an 8-4?
Ah, yeah. Okay. That's pure.
Yeah.
Hit an 8-4.
It's, to me, it's not a position where I want to put anything on the ace for any reason.
Oh.
Now I could have also thought about the anchor and bringing a man down, but it might be right to lock in 7 checkers.
Yes.
Locking them in. The more checkers are back, the more value of the prime.
He creates a very bad double 5.
It's not necessary to hit always. These are very complex positions. I'm amazed by their tempo and I can't follow it. I just have to watch and absorb.
Yeah, these positions definitely deserve some time, and they both have sufficient time, it seems to me.
But this is, it's like the 5th day or the 6th day of the tournament. We are in hot weather, and there are many decisions every day, and you got worn out. So at a certain point, you understand you can only focus for such an amount of hours, and you want to make your decisions within time. Yeah, I understand this.
Okay. Ocho.
Everybody reacts different to the circumstances.
That's twice that Nick fails to hit the blot on the bar point.
And maybe now a double slot. 4 and the 3.
Ah, yes. Huh.
There's no bonus to get more men sent back, yeah. Slot's the next best points.
Now Bojo can make the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah.
So interesting. What about both out? Duplicating fours and threes on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and preserve mobility.
Yeah. I mean, you need to get a position back. You need to fight for it. It's a duplication of fours and threes.
MCG agrees with both out.
Mm-hmm. Gunnar also here explains the concept. Mobility is important.
Mm-hmm. And you're not worried about losing gammons,
Mm-hmm.
which might otherwise be a consideration.
Yeah, and also you still have the double anchor. So if you have such a strong insurance, yeah, it's actually a moderate risk.
And it is a 4'. It is a 4', so I'm playing only one checker out may not do the trick.
Right. Yeah. And somehow, very interesting, it feels like a fast-played match, but Nick somehow got down to 3 minutes 26.
Yes.
It actually it fooled me a little bit. I thought it's fairly fast played.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also cannot really see where all that time went. Okay, but an exciting game.
3-5. This is like what would you wish for?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, making the point and hitting. Everything else would be a surprise.
Jumping out would be on my wish list. Maybe play 13-8 to maybe in the hope of connecting with the 16.
I think he played 5 already. Okay, either 2 out or bringing going to the 16 and to the 7.
This requires some thinking.
So he could either hit on the 9 or the 10. So if he hits like this, it's easier to cover his blot and advance the outfield prime.
What you also this one?
More blot contact in general this way.
We'll hit another one.
And he could also choose where he hits.
Yes,
he could also pick the midpoint guy.
Yep.
But yeah, no surprise on that one. All kids play the same. Same here. No surprises, just relief for the player. Spare on the 4 is very important.
Oh, that's a nice nifty play. Slotting the deuce.
Bojo knows his strategy. He plays fast again. Crucial for Nick to get out soon, not to crunch his board. A 2-anchor game or a back game is always nice, but only if you still have counterplay left when you get the shot.
That may give Nick some hope.
That gives him actually a lot of hope, because 2 points, and this is a nice way of doing it. Both moves were forced, and now he comes to the unforced part.
Nick has no dead checkers yet, so he can re-establish a pure 4-point board.
And again, 2 out must be right.
How do you pre-clear? The 7 would be my worry.
Well, why wouldn't you hit with all these plots on the board?
Okay. No other deuce, except maybe 3, 4, 2.
And now you boldly bear in. Yeah, nice move.
Yes, clears the most difficult point to clear. 6 away from the lowest anchor. Hey. Okay, that should play.
Yes, it remakes a 6-point.
Okay.
Not bad at all.
Okay, now wants to extricate the back checker. Can.
Only 1 bad roll for black now, 6-4, or everything else leaves no shot.
Wow.
6-5 took 2 out, but actually it was a little equity down, because this is supposedly equity up, clearing a point.
Do you play the ace to the 20?
Ace to the 20, I'm not sure. I think I don't do it.
The amoeba split, which he calls it.
Amoeba split, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
My gut feeling is that this was wrong, but I don't have a fast explanation for it.
6-5.
Yeah, 6-5 was a very good roll.
6-5 he would have had a double shot.
Triple shot on 6-5.
Yes. He could have slotted the 5-point.
But with like 6-2, it would be like less shots, and 4-2, it would be less shots. So
a cracking sound.
Okay, we switch off and be back. Making us aware of the sound. 6-4, are we ready for the last swing here?
Bojo close to clinching it.
I recently won a game like that. Let's see what happens here.
Yes.
And do we see an ace? No.
Bojo takes it.
Big hands to Bojo. Yeah, well played and very fast.
Yeah. Okay, yes, wow, exciting match.
Yeah.
Congrats, Bojo. Well played, Nick. Maybe a bit hasty in that crucial game.
Yeah.
When he was up.
Yeah.
6-5-0, I think.
Yeah, I think Nick was a little bit lack of energy. Yeah. I'm sure he played his morning match better than that. But nevertheless, he made many good decisions. Yeah,
sure.
Many good decisions, and I enjoyed the excitement of this game a lot.
Definitely.
I enjoyed you in the commentary. I thank everybody who watched this, who watched us. If you want to see more, the next match is in 1.5 hours or a little bit more. The local time is 18:48, and at 20:30 we will broadcast the final of the doubles with the famous Dirk Schiemann on the commentary, the best super grandmaster we know. And what else to say? This is the finals of the doubles, and it will be on the WBGF stream. So switch streams, please. And in almost 2 hours, in 1 hour 45. Right, I give you this information. Yeah, thank you for asking. It's Anne-Sophie from the Faroe Islands together with Oliver Squire. And on the other side is, give me a second, we saw it, we saw the game here, how they came into the final. I can't look it up because my phone just died.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Who's in the other final? Wait a second.
I don't know.
Marte will tell us, he's here. Marte, who is in the final of the doubles?
Oliver Squire
and Anne-Sophie, and who is the other? Right, yes, we saw them. Akiko and Andreas. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you watch another stream on the other channel. Right, thank you, Slatino. Bye.
Bye, everyone.